Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is officially time to get started. So welcome you guys to today's Q&A. As many of you know, we do this every Tuesday at noon central. So we kick off our March 1st. Yes, March 1st. How crazy is that? Seems crazy to me. All right, so welcome. We're going to talk about team driver pay. We also have lots of congratulations and awards to recognize for those, of course, who've earned them. So we'll make sure that we give some shout outs for those as well. So let's dive in and let's start talking about that. First of all, let's talk about driver of the month. We have obviously every month, we honor those who have earned the title driver of the month for each of our divisions. And as a division winner, you get a gift card it's a Walmart gift card, and then you also get a gift card to the Decker store. So we've got multiple gift cards. Then we also have nominees. So you've got the winner, and then you've got the nominee. Nominee for certain divisions or specified divisions. The reason I say that is some divisions are larger than others. So one division, our largest division, is going to have multiple nominees, where if it's a smaller division for us, we might not have any nominees for that. But we do recognize, obviously, those who have earned the title of Driver of the Month. And if you've earned the Driver of the Month title, then you also are in the running for Driver of the Year, which is a big to-do here at Decker, if you did not know that. So yes, we do have Driver of the Year awards for our Midwest and dry van and refrigerated division, our over-the-road refrigerated division, and our Midwest flatbed, our Southern flatbed, or our OTR flatbed, our owner-operator lease purchase division, and our teams division. So we do honor those who have earned the title. Now you can only earn Driver of the Month one time within a calendar year here at Decker. So you can only earn that one time. And then whoever wins the Driver of the Month goes into Driver of the Year. So then you're in the runnings for Driver of the Year. Now, for each division, the winner of Driver of the Year receives a $3,000 cash prize. So $3,000, it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. Plus, of course, you get the plaque, you get recognition, the decals, etc. And then from those divisions, those Driver of the Year division winners, is chosen the grand champion. And the grand champion wins $15,000 in cash. So yes, it continues to grow and continues to improve. So we like to, we talked a little bit about bonuses last week, but here we'll just briefly hit upon that, since we do get to announce the Driver of the Month for January. So the first month of 2022, we get to acknowledge. So we'll just kind of dive in there. Hey, Anna. Yes, glad you guys could join us. As always, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat between Anna and myself. We'll be answering those questions as they come in. And of course, if you want to talk to a recruiter directly, you can just go ahead and call the telephone number that's flying across the screen here, 888-668-0698. You can also apply online at drivedecker.com. So there we go. Let us get started. Let's do some shout outs for our January 2022 division winners for the Driver of the Month. We have Matthew Robinson. Matthew Robinson is the winner for the Midwest refrigerated and dry van division. Ben Eby and Ricardo Johnson are our nominee winners. Our Midwest flatbed, Tom Melton, has won that title for January. And our over-the-road refrigerated division, our coast-to-coast division, Travis Gatling is our winner. And Stephen Ferreira is our nominee. So congratulations to both of you as well. And then our over-the-road flatbed division, our coast-to-coast division, is Donald Neely is the winner for our OTR. And John Roberts is our nominee. So congratulations again, you guys. Owner-operator lease purchase, Michael Brown has won that title. And for our team, Curtis Carson, Jr. and Senior, are our winners there. So congratulations. Hey, Amy. Amy made it. Good to have you. Tom, Mr. Tom Melton. I love the Tomzilla. I love it. So this is our first year as Best Fleets to Drive For. We were nominated we were nominated by Mr. Donnie Neely, and who was our Southern Flatbed winner. And first year for that, so not only do we have that title for the top 2022 Best Fleets to Drive For, we also have these top winners who are the division winners for one of the top 20 fleets, Best Fleets to Drive For. So congratulations to you guys. Now remember, those names are put into, not a hat, but they are put into the runnings for the Driver of the Year, which is a $3,000 cash prize at the end of the year. For 2021, we've got those calculated. We'll be announcing those soon for our Driver of the Years for each of those divisions. Now, we'll be announcing it soon. However, we'll have a large ceremony for around the 29th of March. So more to come on that, because as of right now, it's a tentative date. But yes, the Driver of the Year awards ceremony that we do is tentatively scheduled for March 29th. So looking forward to that. Any questions on that, feel free to ask away. Anna says, please take time to congratulate these deserving drivers. No doubt. Congratulations, you guys. Very exciting. Speaking of congratulations, we have some major congratulations for those who have earned the Million Mile Awards. Now, here's the deal. Our Million Mile winners, now, your Million Miles don't all have to be with Decker. So if this is your first year with Decker, but you drove 9 years before, maybe for a variety of companies, but you've been able to gather your miles, so you've been able to accumulate them, and we've got the proof to show that you've been running the miles, and this is your first year, you've completed a full 1,000,000 miles altogether between Decker and your previous companies, then we can acknowledge that. So, and we love to. So 1,000,000 mile winners. For those who have won the Million Mile Awards, you will receive a jacket, and I should have taken a picture. Why do I do this every time? You'll receive a jacket, a Decker Truckline jacket for Million Mile winners, and you'll also receive a ring with engraved ring, as well as the decals and a plaque for your 1,000,000 miles. Now, for the 2,000,000 mile, 3,000,000 mile, 4,000,000 mile winners, yes, we have multiple 1,000,000 mile winners this year. Yet again, they will receive since you've already received the jacket, this year you will receive the engraved ring. You'll receive this year's engraved ring, and then you'll also receive a plaque to acknowledge that. So huge shout out to Dale Lehman and Charles Wilson, who have earned 3,000,000 miles. 3,000,000 miles. It's a lot of miles. Someone asked me yesterday, how long does it take to get to the 1,000,000 miles? Honestly, it's going to depend on what kind of miles you're running. If you're running over the road miles, if you're running more regional miles, if you're local. Obviously, if you're local, it's going to take many more years to add up to that 1,000,000 mile mark versus somebody who's running over the road, who's running, 120,000 miles a year. So it depends on the type of runs that you've got. Now, Dale, he's been doing some short haul for us here recently, for a while actually, and he's still able to rack up some of those miles. So having the experience, knowing time management obviously is a big factor to keep you going and to keep that communication going well with your driver manager as well. But 3,000,000 miles for both Dale and Charles. So a huge shout out to both of those. Charles Wilson, 3,000,000 mile winner, and Dale Lehman, 3,000,000 mile winner. Holy smoly. Speaking of Charles, we have another Charles Zimmerman Jr. Charles received 2,000,000 miles for this for 2021. Now remember, all of these are earned in 2021. So the awards ceremony that is scheduled for the 29th of March is going to be recognizing those who earned for the year of 2021. Cool. All right, we usually celebrate around the end of the first quarter. so that everything's calculated up and we know what's going on, right? So again, Charles Zimmerman, congratulations. Charles Zimmerman Jr., congratulations on 2 million miles. And for those of you who earn the 1,000,000 miles, which again, 1,000,000 mile winners receive the jacket, the ring, and the plaque, for your first time, there is quite a list. You guys want to see that? Because I tell you what, I can't fit them all on one sheet. I have to kind of maneuver that sheet, shrink it up a little bit. Huge accomplishment. We've got Lauren Durham, Benjamin Eby, Tanner Geisinger, Jean Gang, Arthur Gonzalez, Rafael Guerrero, Todd Hawkins, Paul Heeman, Leland Ladden, Roy Middleston, James Miner, Robbie Munson, Derek Potter, Daniel Sturr, Keith Stulin, Lyle Turville, and Dwayne Washington. Congratulations, you guys. That is a huge accomplishment and a job well done. Safe miles and everything. We love to see that. So congratulations, you guys. Big round of applause at the very least. But we'll be celebrating more with you guys lately. And you've probably already received calls from your DMs communicating the plan of action, right? All right, congratulations, you guys. Job well done. I do want to remind those of you who are part of our Decker team, you can go onto our intranet. So if you go to DeckerTruckline.com, you can go to the upper right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, and there's a button at the right that says Decker Intranet. You can log in and access a lot of the information. Now, there are multiple ways that you can be logging into or accessing this information. There are multiple ways that you can log in as well, but the easiest way is just going to the upper right-hand corner, and Katie went ahead and put that link on there for you guys so you can find it easy peasy. Thank you to Leslie Lehman for letting us know that we needed an easier way to find our way in there. So you can just log in there. Now the login information is the same as before. It's going to be your driver code at Decker.com, and then your last 6 of your social plus the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name, both capitalized as the password. So if you guys have questions on that, just reach out to the safety department. 515-227-7291. Did I just give you the safety department number? You can reach out to Katie on that as well. You can also reach out to me or reach out to me on Facebook, facebook.com/DTL Inc. And we'll help you. We'll walk you through it. But yeah, easy peasy, Decker Intranet. You'll be able to access all of our newsletters. We do have our weekly newsletters, which we call Inside the Triangle. And in the past, they've gone out on Fridays. We will be sending those out on Monday afternoon is when we expect. Felt like Friday was just a little bit, not enough time to review that before the weekend in case there was something that you needed to know. So we're switching it up for you. Hopefully that'll be a little bit easier. Very good. All right, so hope you find some ease in that. All right, also a reminder, we've got a few safety reminders for you right now. Passenger policy, if you need a passenger policy, so if you've got someone that's wanting to ride with you, please reach out to our safety department so that we can get you the right documents, the appropriate documents for both your passenger approval and the insurance and everything. So 515-574-4327. That's the telephone number, 4327. That's to the safety department. And speaking of safety department, they wanted me to remind you that the cruise, we do like to use cruise versus the pedal when it comes to fuel efficiency. However, when it comes to safety, especially on icy or slick roads, whenever there's wet roads of any sort, you do need to take yourself off of cruise and be safe. So the cruise control is designed to keep your truck at a constant speed. You know that, hence cruise control. But according to the Iowa DOT, if your cruise control is on and your wheels begin to slip or they spin, on wet or icy roads, then your truck will begin to rapidly accelerate, and in order to maintain that constant speed, well, that'll make it really difficult for you to keep your truck under control. And you know when you pull away, it'll be harder. So if you have any questions regarding this at all, please, again, reach out to the safety department. Again, that number is 515-574-4327. But just a friendly reminder to stay safe. Yeah, it is, Amy. Quiet today. Also, get your cleats out. There is definitely weather. We had, what did I see this morning? Wind and, speaking of cleats, Wyoming, the road closure, of course, high winds, high winds, extremely blowover risk, which no surprise. But from Walcott Junction to Laramie is closed. So if you haven't realized that, it is closed. I haven't seen anything for chains required as of right now. I know yesterday I-90 and Lookout Pass and Snoqualmie were both requiring chains. At one point, Snoqualmie was closed, but yeah, that's the weather update today. And if you can't hear out my window here, it is most definitely windy. So please stay safe. As always, you guys make the safe call. That's leaving that up to you. If you don't know how to chain, if you're in the situation where you need to chain to get yourself out of trouble, you can access a video how to chain right through our Decker YouTube channel here. So you can actually access that. I have to sneeze. Sorry. Where's the light? All right. That was more high pitched than I thought. Anyways, Amy says it's 52 in Fort Dodge. I think we've got you beat. It is 59. My watch says it's 59, Aim. Yeah, 59 in Montana right now. It is beautiful. It is. I had windows open. If it wasn't so windy, I'd keep my windows open, but you wouldn't hear a word I said otherwise. But yes, it is. Thank you. Yeah, it is absolutely beautiful today. So I can't complain. Can't complain. You guys, did you know yesterday, Anna told me yesterday was sleepy, like National Sleep Day or something. I hope you guys got the rest that you needed. Speaking of can't complain, I had a great night's sleep. Appreciate that. And today is Fat Tuesday. So I'm thinking, what am I going to have for lunch? Yeah. Awesome. Okay. What were we talking about? Safety. All right. Also a reminder or a shout out. Shout out, inspections. For those of you who have had inspections here recently, we do pay an extra $50 for clean inspections out on the road. We paid $400 this last week. $400 for clean inspections that went out. So awesome. Amy says we have no snow, so yes, loving Iowa. We don't either. There's nothing on the ground right now. Not at all. Brian says pancakes because it's National Pancake Day. Yes, it is. That's what I should make for dinner. That would make my kids awfully happy. What's your favorite kind of pancakes? Or what do you like on your pancakes? I don't eat syrup. I don't like syrup. So that is not my thing. Although I shouldn't say I don't like it. Blueberry syrup is pretty fantastic. But yeah, I'm not a big pancake person. Although you throw some chocolate chips in there and you really don't need anything else, right? I don't. What do you guys eat on your pancakes? National Pancake Day? Anna, are you a pancake person? Yeah, that's right, Brian. I forgot about that. I did see that earlier today, too. You know, you get those little random pop-ups. That was my random pop-up today. It was Pancake Day. I thought it was funnier saying Fat Tuesday, though. George says blueberries and pecans. Ooh, I like the way you think. That is good stuff. I love pecans. Thinking handfuls of those. Those are good. And blueberries, of course. Would you guys prefer frozen blueberries, which probably sounds weird, but frozen blueberries or fresh blueberries? I think I'm happy with either one. I just really like blueberries. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Let's talk about about some teams, you guys. I've got some team pay that I'd like to kind of go over. I recognized yesterday during our Facebook Live, which if you didn't know, we do Facebook Lives every Monday on our Facebook channel, facebook.com/DTLink. And then you can, if you haven't joined us for one of those, please follow us, 4 p.m. Central every Monday. But during yesterday's conversation, answering some of those questions, I recognize that, you know what, I have not talked about our team pay lately or what those runs look like, so I probably should answer some of those questions for those of you who aren't able to join us on our Facebook Live. So we'll talk about that today. Amy says, the dark chocolate Kodiak brand is amazing. You know what? I don't know about the pancakes, but that Kodiak brand has a protein ball that you can make. Those are amazing. I love those. You get some honey in there. You get some almond butter. That is good stuff. Yeah, Kodiak bar. I got them at Sam's. I don't know where everybody else is getting them. Anna says, pancakes, banana chocolate chip, bread, mixed with bread dough, mixed with pancake mix makes the best pancakes. Really? That sounds delicious. Sometimes I put it all into a cake pan and have some square pancakes. Hey, Tim made it. Brian, cheesecake. Now you guys are cheating. You've totally come away from pancakes and now you're talking about something else. Is everybody hungry? It is noon. Oh, and Fat Tuesday. I forgot about that. All right, let's talk about teams. Yes, we do have team freight available. A lot of our team freight is bread loads. So yes, we've got refrigerated. Let me back up. Our team freight is in our refrigerated division, our over-the-road refrigerated division. So you could be running coast to coast, or at least on some dedicated runs that are just boom, 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 just real busy, back to back. A lot of those runs are bread runs, and some of them are originating in the Phoenix area, over to Chicago or Denver into Chicago. Those are fairly common. And even if you're not on the dedicated run, you could be running some of those bread loads. Now, as our team, because if you're running a bread load, so I'm going to back up here again. If you're running any bread loads for us, there is some lumpering. Our solo positions, it's touch-free freight. So there's no touch freight. You're not messing with any of that. However, for the bread loads, that is an exception. We do have you roll the carts on and off. They are heavy carts. They're about 300 pounds, I think maybe even 400. So they are heavy, and you do want 2 people to roll them on and off. Hence, that's why we run teams with this. Well, that's part of the reason why we run teams with this, because they not only are those carts heavy, they're loaded with bread, but those runs are back to back, and those are great team miles. Obviously, with team miles, we want to make sure that you're running constantly. You've got clocks that you can expand versus a solo driver who is more limited to their hours and the miles that they can run, obviously, in the whole situation. So these bread loads run quite perfectly for our team drivers. Now, the rate of pay for our team is not based off of experience like our solo positions. It's based off of a base, and then the more miles you run, the more pay that you get for the month. On a week-to-week basis, you make 58 cents a mile. That's split to the truck, so no matter which one of you is driving it, equal amount. So 10 cents per mile is per diem. So that's 5 cents a piece in per diem. So 58 cents a mile, split down the middle, 10 cents of that per diem, split down the middle, and that's paid every single week on all the miles that you've completed. Completed miles must be in by Sunday night at 10 p.m. in order to get paid for it that Friday. So you've got that going for you. That's the same for the monthly mileage calculations. All of those loads have to be in by the end of the month. If you get it in, say, for example, if you ran the loads on the 28th but didn't deliver until today, then those miles are going to run into the March miles, and they won't fall into February's miles. But then on the opposite side, if you ran on the 30th, 31st of January, but delivered that load on the 1st of February, those miles are going to run into February miles. Make sense? Good, because to continue it with that, you get the weekly pay, the weekly rate of pay, but the more miles you have accumulated for the month as a team, the more pay you will get in a bonus around the 10th to the 15th, somewhere around there, the month following. So everything that you completed in February will be calculated to determine how much of a bonus you will get paid between the 10th to 15th of March. I'm looking over at my calendar, by the way, which I have not switched over. I should probably do that. Everybody wants to see the calendar. So this was Adam's picture. It's February, but it's not February anymore. It's March. There you go. Thomas Remington's beautiful truck. Those are 2 yellow Pete's in a row. Craziness, I just noticed that. Okay. Side note, if you would like your Decker truck in the calendar and you've got a beautiful picture, send it over to me on facebook.com/DTL Inc. Now I got to try and figure out how to hang this back up. Boom! Game on. All right. So around the 10th to the 15th is when you get paid for the team bonus, team mileage bonus. There are multiple bonuses for our teams, but the mileage bonus is usually between the 10th and the 15th. Now, if you run between 12 to 14,000 miles a month, the extra bonus you're getting is 2 cents per mile. So that's a penny a piece. Split, obviously, 2 cents a mile split to the truck. If you're running between 14 to 16,000 miles a month, it's 4 cents a mile split. So 2 cents a piece. I've got to remember how my numbers go here. It goes by twos, really rough. If you are running between 16 to 18,000 miles a month, it's an extra 6 cents a mile, so 3 cents a piece. And if you're running 18,000 miles or more for the month, then you're going to be getting an extra 4 cents a mile a piece, 8 cents a mile total. So there you go. Month though? What? I obviously have missed a few here. So Amy says they make great pancakes and waffles. Yes. Tim says, call me when you get a chance after the Q&A. You betcha I will. Amy says, can't, I don't have your number. You're such a turd. You said bread load. I heard bread loaf. No, you're full of it. That's Anna. If you're not reading the chat, that's Anna that's saying that. Brian says, pieces of cheesecake mixed in with pancake batter. That sounds awful. Yeah, that sounds pretty delicious. Yes, so basically for 12 to 14,000 miles, it's 60 cents a mile. But the thing is you're getting the extra cents per mile paid on a bonus where your weekly pay is at 58 cents a mile. So, there you go. Tom says, Midwest Flatbed Experience Requirement. Midwest Flatbed Experience Requirement is either a recent graduate of a PTDI certified school. So honestly, a recent graduate of a school that's at least 160 hours or that meets the FMCSA guidelines as of the 6th of February or the 7th of February. I think it's the 7th. So that's the minimum requirement. Or if you have, and then we'll train you, I should say. If you have a minimum of 1 month of tractor trailer experience, we can train you with that as well. Those need to be recent graduations or recent experience. If you have at least 3 months of tractor trailer experience, you don't have to go with a trainer. You'll have an extended road test, but you won't have to go out on the road with a trainer. So, great question, Tom. Thank you. Speaking of that, hey Mudflap, good to have you. Long time no see. So speaking of Tom's question, I'm going to throw that into the over-the-road refrigerated team division. Now, if you're wondering what the experience requirement is for that division, it is the same. We can train you if you are a recent graduate of a PTDI certified school or a 160-hour course, as long as it meets the FMCSA guidelines. We can train you. You'll go with a week of orientation followed by 2 to 3 weeks with a trainer out on the road. If there's two of you, obviously, team. So if you're both needing trainers, you'll have separate trainers. If one of you has, for example, 20 years of experience, but the other one is a recent graduate, then that recent graduate is going to need to go with a trainer before joining the other team partner or joining their team partner who will drive solo until the inexperienced team partner has experience with one of our trainers. Cool? Okay. Hopefully that made sense. Made sense in my head, but we all know what that means. Okay. Yes. So we'll make sure that you guys are well prepared for that. Great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so that is the first bonus. First bonus for our teams is the monthly mileage bonus. But you also have the opportunity to get the scorecard bonus. Now, we talked about the scorecard bonus last week for our owner-operators, our lease purchase, as well as our company drivers. But I was speaking on solo company drivers, not team company drivers. So as a team, if you meet the mileage requirements, your fuel efficiency, your idle time is good. Now it should be a little bit easier because you're not idling. As an owner, as a team, you're less likely to idle, I should say, because you're moving. You got more miles. You don't have that sit time because you've got two clocks to work with, obviously, instead of just the one. So that being said, you should meet those requirements with ease, and then you'll get that extra 4 cents a mile for the scorecard bonus. So that's totally separate, and that's going to be on all dispatch miles, and it'll again be split to the team. So excellent question. And then we also have our Smart Drive bonus. So if your Smart Drive score is 20 points or less, then you can earn the Smart Drive score. That Smart Drive, if you have a perfect score, same thing. And that's going to be an extra penny per mile on all the miles completed for the month. Remember, miles completed, so it has to be finished, delivered by, in this case, the 28th of February, in order to get paid on January's miles. February's miles, sorry. In order to get paid on February's miles, it has to be in by February 28th. There you go. Anna says, still a possibility of offering tuition reimbursement up to $6,000 for the most recent grads. Yes. So what she means by that is we don't have a contract with you. So if you decided to go to school, whatever, let's say Roadmaster or TDI or maybe a community college, but whatever it is, as long as you attended a approved school and that approved school, you paid for it, not another entity, like for instance, not another company, then, and you provide the financial documents for it so we know how much it is, we'll reimburse up to $6,000 for that school. You do need to be here 90 days before we start the reimbursement, and we reimburse it to you, not to the school, obviously, because you've already paid for it. So we'll pay you $200 a month until we either meet the cap of $6,000 or have paid off that financial responsibility that you took care of. Cool. All right. Tuition reimbursement. Like it. Anna says, true. We can work with anyone that has recently graduated from a 160-hour course that was PTDI certified. Yep. For the most part, you betcha. If you have questions on the school, there are very few exceptions, but if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us at 888-668-0698. That number's flying across the screen here. There you have it. Okay. So now you have details on our scorecard, our Smart Drive bonus. So those two bonuses, our team mileage bonus. There's also a sign-on bonus. Did you know? So the sign-on bonus means that you've got, basically it's a $5,000 sign-on bonus, and it's split to the team, and it's paid quarterly. So get $1,250 each quarter, again split, and that will go. So basically every quarter. However, if you run over a certain number of miles, you'll get an additional 5 cents a mile for the miles over that. So yes. Tom says graduate 3 months ago and flatbed has 3 months. Will qualify for school reimbursement, training, or no? No, if they are a recent grad, but they went to another company first instead of coming directly to us, no, we don't reimburse at that point. You need to come directly to Decker from whatever schooling you attended with the documents at that point, and then we would reimburse. Good question. I like your questions, Tom. They're pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So, yes. Let's see. Any other questions on the team? And, by the way, if you guys haven't, Tom was the division winner for the Midwest Flatbed for our Driver of the Month award. If you guys didn't recognize that, if you didn't hear his name, shout out to him there. Make sure there's the congratulations is there. That's what I'm saying. I think he knows what he's talking about. All right. Anna says it's an accelerated. So yes, it's an accelerated. $5,000. Now, like our refrigerated and our flatbed divisions, our over the road and our more regional, we offer a minimum of $1,000 a week guaranteed as long as you meet the minimum requirements. So our guaranteed pay or a sign-on bonus, you do need to meet those requirements at least 70% of the time. Those requirements are, drum roll, just kidding. Okay, you do need to be available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week. No load refusals. No late loads, so no driver service failures. Get your paperwork in on time. You should be able to. You shouldn't have any problem. You can use the Transflo app on your phone and take a picture there, or you can use the tablet and take a picture with the tablet. So you get your paperwork in by Sunday night so that you don't have to worry about it. No preventable accidents for the week. That's number 5. And number 6 is no CSA violations for the week. Plus, side note, if you get an inspection, ooh, gotcha, I got it. If you have a clean inspection, you get an extra $50 for your clean inspection. I got it. I'm slow, but I'm getting there. So congratulations for those. We paid out $400 this last month, or last week. It's just the weeks. Cool. All right, so that's quite a bit of bonuses for the team. Now the trucks that you can expect to see for our teams, double bunk. We've got some Volvos, we've got some Peterbilts. The Peterbilts are the 579s. The Volvos, I believe, are the 780s, some 760s, depending on what's available. Speaking of side note, you can lease a truck as well as a team if you decide to do lease purchase. We don't currently have brand new trucks available because they're full, but we do have some of our company trucks available if you want to turn those into lease purchase. You just need to let us know. I highly suggest you start as a company driver or a company team first before you transition into the lease purchase, so you kind of get the rhythm for everything. You get the communication with your DM, and then you can kind of then you can just transition into the lease purchase if that's what you are interested in. Now, the lease purchase, if you basically expect the team lease purchase is basically double that of our, double that of our solo positions. You're putting on twice as many miles, so obviously that's no surprise to those of you who are running it, the expense. So, as a solo lease purchase, you're looking at, for the refrigerated division, about $675 a week. For teams, you're looking at about $1,350 a week for the truck payment. Those are truck payments. The rate of pay is the same. The pay is 72% of the load plus the fuel surcharge. So you get 90% of the fuel surcharge on any refrigerated loads because Decker takes care of the reefer unit, and we take care of the fuel for that. But your fuel for the truck, you're responsible for. You'll get the fuel surcharge on that one. What else am I missing here? Oh, truck equipment, where I started. Yeah, it's mostly the 579 Peterbilts and the 760, 780 Volvos. They are double bunk. The years of the trucks, I think the oldest is a 2019 right now. We've got 2020s, 2021, 2022. Obviously, if you're going to decide to lease, we do look towards a newer model for you. But again, we do not have brand new trucks currently available for lease. Those won't be until maybe the end of April. Mid to end of April is what they're saying. They thought maybe March, but I think that might be a little early. At least the last couple of years, it's taken a little longer to get them from the manufacturers. So I would expect around April to have those available to us for those new trucks coming in, if you're interested in lease purchase. But if you run as a company driver or company team first, you can waive that $1,500 deposit. So there's a $1,500 deposit if you're going straight into the lease purchase. And then the length of the lease is going to depend on the miles that are currently on that truck, because it's a used truck. So if you have a truck that has 120,000 miles on it, we figure that that is a year old or pretty darn close to it. So you have 3 years left on the lease as a solo driver, so about a year and a half as a team left on the lease. And then also for the lease, we have a balloon payment at the end. But if you decide to not do the balloon payment and instead extend the lease, there we go, then you have that option as well. So it's either the $70,000 balloon payment or extend the lease for another year as a team, 2 years as a solo, at the $1,350. Or actually, at that point, it'll be $1,400. Yeah, the extended part is going to be $1,400. Okay, cool. So George says, are you guys going to have a booth at the Louisville Truck Show? Not that I know of, unless Tim is going. Tim, are you planning on going to the Louisville Truck Show? Tim, I thought you said something about your truck needing something. I need to write myself Jason, but yes, that's very, very common for us to do. So if you're currently in a truck, you can do that. What was I writing? Oh, Tim. Call him. Anna says, waive. That is a lot of money to waive. That is a lot of money to waive. $1,500, yes. Yeah, George, I'll have to find out. As far as I know, I don't know anybody that's going there, but I could be way off on that too. I know that Tim did one last. Tim, tell me here. Was one in May and one in June? I'm all messed up on my dates now, so I don't remember. But he usually shows them off. Anna says, I like to mix up the entire box. I'm still talking about pancakes. All right. Something else with the lease purchase. Oh, the trucks themselves. Kind of dive deep into those. So they are newer model. They just aren't brand new as of currently. Again, come April, we expect new options for you. Then, yes, absolutely. He asks, so 4E asks if I can explain the balloon payment. So whether you're a solo driver or you're a team driver who's doing lease purchase, you'll have your first part of your payments. It's $675 a week for the refrigerated division. As a solo, it's $1,350 a week as a team, because you're basically doubling the miles. So you're paying it off a lot faster age-wise than you are if you're running solo, but the miles are accumulating the same. Okay, so there's that part. So instead of, if you have 120,000 miles on the truck that you decide to purchase, then you have basically 3 years left of the lease, because most of our leases are 4-year terms, but it's because it's based off of a brand new truck. So if you've got a 120, that's figured it's about 3 years left on that truck. As a solo driver, so as an owner-operator that's running team, you're looking at half of that time. So you got about a year and a half left on that truck at $1,350 a week. So $1,350 for the truck payment a week as a team. Okay? And then At the end of your lease, you can either pay the $70,000 balloon payment, or you can extend the lease for a year instead of, because normally it's a 2-year extension, but again, that's as a solo. So if you are going to be teaming, then it's going to be a year extension, and instead of $1,350 a week, it'll go to $1,400 a week for the last year of the lease. That's the extended, and that amount is covering that $70,000 for balloon payment. So there you go. Cool. I skipped yours. I didn't skip yours. So Tom, if you asked me if you could lease your current truck, is that the one that you're talking about? Because that one you can lease your current truck. So I didn't know if you, yeah, but I did catch you. I just caught it in the midst of everything else. So I can understand how you didn't hear me. So yes, you can lease your current truck, especially for those who have newer trucks and are enjoying it. And instead of having to wait for a brand new truck to come in, that's definitely an option. A lot of people have done that. Cool. Yes, you're welcome. But the balloon payment is the additional amount that is owed on the truck after the term of the lease. It's a lease purchase, but it's a walkaway lease. So if you decided after I guess as a team it'd be after 2 years. So if you decided after 2 years that you didn't want to keep the truck, that you didn't want to own it outright, then you wouldn't pay that balloon payment. Instead, you could trade the truck in and start a new lease, or you could go back to company driver, whatever you want there. So that balloon payment is what does the final purchasing of the truck. Happy birthday. It's close. Not yet, but close. There you go. But yes, that's what a balloon payment is. And yeah, trying to think of what else. There was something else I was going to say to you in that balloon payment. But $70,000 is what the balloon payment is. That can be turned into an extended lease instead of, so kind of trading that out, trading the $70,000 for the $1,400 a week for that. Cool. All right, cool. Definitely an option. Any other questions on leasing a truck as a team? No? Okay. I know there's a little bit of a lag, so I'll give it just a second here. But the questions were mostly here recently on the balloon payment. So the trucks, again, I'm going to go back to Tom's question asking, can you lease one of the current trucks you're in? Yes, you can. And that's actually very common, because someone will decide at the end, like, oh man, I really like my truck. I really don't want to switch out of it. That's fine. We go through the paperwork to get that truck into the lease program. And the trucks have pretty much everything you can imagine. The lease trucks are set up the same as the company trucks with the amenities. The only exception to that is if you decide that you want to lease a company truck, then you would be taking on the $16 a week for the Epic View satellite TV. As a company driver, Decker pays for that satellite TV. As an owner-operator lease purchase, that's your responsibility if you decide to continue that. Now the trucks, like I said, they're equipped the same though. They have the APUs in them, they have the inverters, the refrigerators, the microwaves, the 32-inch television with Epic View satellite TV, so that's definitely the option. You have the TransFlow Geotab system in the truck, so the tablet with the free Wi-Fi, and bunk heaters. Did I say bunk heaters? CB units. You have the Smart Drive system, which includes both inward and outward facing event recorders, lane departure, speed gauge, following distance, all those safety features that are in there. You have DriveWise. You also have PrePass to cover your tolls and scales. Those actually, let me back up. You have DriveWise, but we're switching to BestPass. So now you have BestPass. So yes, between the two of them, those will cover your tolls and scales. What am I missing? I said CB. Yeah. You've got the so the TransFlow system has free Wi-Fi. It also has the navigation. So GPS on there as well for you. Double bunk, closet space, storage. Yeah, so I think I've pretty much got it. Brian says, why no lease if you live in Illinois? Good question. I don't have a solid answer for you though. There are actually a number of locations that we don't offer lease in. Right now, a lot of those locations we don't hire out of, but Colorado, Illinois, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, those are all ones that we don't currently offer lease purchase in. I believe, and this is bad, I don't have a solid answer for you, Brian, but I do believe it has something to do with work comp because you can, or occupational accident, something like that, because North Carolina, we didn't offer it. However, now North Carolina has the work comp option. So because you can purchase workman's comp insurance, you can do the lease purchase. So it has something to do with that, but I don't know if it's just that work comp insurance isn't available in those states or what. But I know it has something to do with that. And North Carolina was one of them up until a couple of months ago, and now we're able to offer it there. So, sorry, that's the best answer I have for you. That's all I can really tell you on that one. Anna says seatbelts, blinkers. Oh, Anna, yes, and so we do. Speaking of blinkers, made me think of fluid, like oil, windshield wiper fluid, etc. I know, blinker fluid. I don't know. Sailboat fuel. You guys suck, by the way. Okay. Anyways, we do have extra for you guys to be carrying in the truck, in the side box of the truck. So if you do need windshield wiper fluid or antifreeze, or excuse me, what all is there? Windshield wiper fluid. There's Anagel in there. Oil, I think, too. I can't remember everything that they have, but you can get all of that from the shop. Usually extra rags as well to check. But, too funny. But yes, seatbelts. We have air ride seats in both the passenger and the driver side. Speaking of passenger, if you are interested in having a passenger ride with you, it's $25 a month, ages 10 to 69. Amy, I love it. Some fail to use this blinker thing that you speak of. Yeah, please use it. Where's I going with that? The seats we do not offer lease purchase. Correct. But that's all I know about it is the work comp insurance, because, and you know what? Now let me double check, because someone was asking me what that price was. For non-trucking work comp, it's $837 a week. Occupational accident is $32 a week, just a little over, and physical damage is right around $93 a week for insurance. I had to ask yesterday, so it's top of mind. There you go. Yep. Cool. Their suggestion, like the white lines, right? No. You guys are terrible. Tom says, can you pay once for alternating passengers? That's a good question. The answer is actually no, because what you're paying for is the insurance policy. So the $25 per month is per passenger. Now you can only have one passenger at a time. but because there's just the one seatbelt in there. But, well, there's two seatbelts, but, the extra seat. But you can only have one passenger at a time, and it's $25 a month per passenger. So say you had, someone had their daughter ride with from June 1st to June 15th, throwing numbers out here, but your son rode with from June 16th to June 20th, that's two separate policies because you're covering two separate individuals. So it's $50 at that point. Same thing happens if they roll over into another month. So for July, as an example, if you've got your son riding with you from July 20th to August 10th, then you have 2 months that you're paying that $25 for your son because he's riding in both July and August, and that covers the insurance policy. So the $25 a month is for the insurance policy per individual. Very, very good question. 11 and 13-year-olds, you betcha. Ages 10 to 69 are included in that, so you betcha. Yep, great question. Any other questions on that? I think we kind of covered the details. We also allow dogs. One dog up to 85 pounds, non-aggressive breed. It's $750 for the dog deposit, and your dog can ride along with you at $100 once you deposit $100. I had to say that different because Lisa makes fun of me. So Lisa, if you're listening, can't ignore me on that one. Well, you probably can, but I don't know. That's just the insurance policy. Yep, 10 to 69. You leave the wife at home. Hopefully she doesn't read that. Unless she's the one that chooses. Love it. Dog policy, that's where I was going. So, yeah, we do allow one dog up to 85 pounds, non-aggressive breed. It's $750 deposit, where $100 has to be down before your dog can ride with you, but you can do like $50 installments up to the $750. And $500 of that is refundable. The other $250 goes towards like the detailing and stuff if when you move out of that truck, move into something else. We also allow 2 dogs up to 40 pounds combined. So they have to be little dogs up to 40 pounds combined. Same thing goes, hey Carrie, same thing goes that they have to be non-aggressive breeds, but the little guys up to 40 pounds combined. So Carrie made it. How you doing? Good? Hope all is well. All right, cool. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to leave you with the video. If you missed it earlier, this is, I think maybe I'll just change the format so you can see it a little bit better, but we have a Facebook group, our Decker Drivers Facebook group, and it's really supportive. If you guys aren't in it and you're part of the Decker team, definitely go look us up at Decker Truckline Drivers. And that way you can be part of the group. It's really supportive. They help each other out quite a bit. But a question was asked the other day of, why do you like Decker? What do you like about Decker? And it was all about family. So I asked for some pictures, and many of you shared pictures of your families so that we could kind of do a slideshow. Some fun. So we share that with you. So great. Good, Carrie. Great. George says, your videos and podcasts are full of information with a touch of humor. The humor isn't always on purpose. Keep up the good work, you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right, you guys, leave you for the day, but join me next Monday on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTL Inc. And then back here on Tuesday at noon Central, we'll be live. And don't forget that our Driver of the Year Awards is tentatively set for March 29th, which is Tuesday. And it's Tuesday evening. I'm looking at my calendar if you're wondering what I'm doing here. So, cool? All right. All right, be good. Be safe. Here you go.